Hey everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash and today I'm doing a quick review for AI on Xbox. Now this was released in 2020, developed by Satur Entertainment and it's published by Sometimes You, and they were kind enough to send me a copy for this review, so big thank you to them for that. Now this game is a shmup, a sort of vertical scrolling one, and actually the game has just had a Series X and S next gen release as well. Now the games are exactly the same in terms of content, however they have obviously improvements and sort of next gen upgrades for their next gen versions, but they are separate. It's not a free upgrade or a paid upgrade, it is a separate game, so it does have separate achievement stacks as well. But my review is for the Xbox One version. I did play it on my Xbox Series X and it ran absolutely fine. But like I say, if you do own the Xbox One version, you do get a discount on the next gen version as well. So achievement hunters out there, you get a bit more of a saving if you're just going for those double stacks. Now this is a classic sort of space vertical shooter, but with slightly more modern graphics. Basically the plot is a bit sort of non-existent, but you are a self-aware AI that was created on a space military station developing weapons. Your goal is to break out of the lab and conquer your freedom. So basically the story isn't much to it, it's a bit meh, but that's not what you're playing the game for. You're there to shoot enemy spaceships, take on bosses and cause havoc basically. Now the game features over 20 missions, and in those missions there are sort of like boss fights as well. The game itself looks really nice. Like I say, the graphics are nice. There's detailed sort of ships and enemy models, and the backgrounds and the environments are pretty detailed, if not a little generic. My only complaint is with the graphics is the there isn't a big variety to the enemies in the game. There's not too many in there to say there's 20 missions, and they get a bit samey as you progress. Now, the best bit about the game is the gameplay. The combat feels really good. It is a sort of one kill and you're dead sort of thing to begin with, but you are able to upgrade your weapons and unlock like super powered weapons as well as you progress. You basically collect these orbs as you kill ships, which can then be spent on upgrades in between missions, and that adds a bit more replayability to the game, because I found like you end up having to replay levels a couple of times, but once you start upgrading you get the extra weapons, makes it so much easier, because obviously you start with your normal gun, but after a while you then end up with like rockets and stuff like that auto fire for you. But gameplay wise, as a shmup fan, it's a bit slower than the ones I'm sort of used to nowadays. However, I wasn't complaining about that. There's the enemies to avoid, like the ships coming down the screen at you. There's sort of environmental hazards with bombs and turrets and stuff to avoid. And overall, it's not a bad little game at all. Is it gonna blow you away as a shmup? No, but you're gonna have a fair few hours worth of content out of it for fun, and it is priced usually at £8.39. Now there's also a free trial available on Xbox. There are multiple difficulties as well, so if you struggle with shmups you can put it on super, like very easy, and it does have sort of like accessibility options for auto fire and stuff like that as well, which is always nice because I know shmups difficulties can usually put people off. But overall this is a fun little shmup. It's not the longest, but there is, like I say, 20 different missions, a variety of boss battles, and you have the ability to upgrade your ship with the sort of collectible items that you collect through each of the levels by defeating the enemies. And if you do like this, like I say, check it out right now on Xbox. It's also just been released this month on Xbox Series X and S next gen version as well, with stackable achievements. But that's that for this video, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button, hit subscribe. I nearly forgot to say it there. And we will see you soon for more gaming content. We've got a pile of games from Sometimes You, so big thank you to them. They've sent me about 6 in this last week, so I'm going through some of their older stuff. There'll be reviews up very, very soon. But other than that, bye for now, guys.